1, record. Alright, hi guys, what we're going to do today is I'm going to be working on my notes file of my research paper about zoos. I am going to be doing a couple of things. I'm going to continue to classify my research according to the outline. I am then going to use the outline classifications to put my research into the order I want it in for my paper. And then finally, I'm going to start doing some of the paraphrasing and writing in between the research so that it flows together like a paper and not like a bunch of cut and paste stuff. So that's what's going to happen now. First thing I'm going to do. Let's look. I have a couple here that I haven't classified yet. So this one, notice this has Roman numeral 2C in red, but this one here does not. Let's read it together and see if we can figure it out. I'll model it and I'll have you guys do the next one. Okay? Knoxville zookeepers monitor and fret over African elephant Eddie's reproductive cycle. Past efforts to artificially inseminate Eddie haven't worked, and Eddie, like many other zoo pachyderms, isn't getting any younger. So the first step, guys, I have to do is I have to process in my own mind what I think this information means. I think this information means that there is a zoo that's trying to use Eddie to breed more elephants, but they're having difficulty with doing that. So it's something to do with zoos trying to breed elephants, but it's not working out. So now I'm going to go to my outline and see where the idea of zoos trying to breed elephants, but it's not working out, where that might fit.
Oh no.
So let's see. Zoos benefit economy endangered species, elephants, research about zoo conservation efforts. But see, I could put it in 2C, guys, but that would show that it's not working. And I'm against the elephants and the orcas being in captivity. So I might use this in my argument, right, showing that they can't do it. Does that make sense? Are you guys with me?
Yeah.
All right, so let's go down further
so
in my outline. Look at Roman numeral 4. Elephants in captivity is cruel. I have A. Zoos cannot adequately house elephants in captivity. B. Trainers use cruel methods to manage elephants. Maybe this will give me my C. So maybe I'll do elephants cannot breed in captivity. And so now what might happen is it's a back and forth process. Sometimes you might have some gaps in your outline, as you just saw in mine, and you discover from the research you have, you might stop and say to yourself, oh hey, wait, this is an important idea. I do need this in my paper. Let me make the necessary modification to my outline so that this is in my paper. So I made that Roman numeral 4C. So I'm going to go ahead, change my font to red so it stands out for me. And I'm going to put ID.C in parentheses. And that way I know where it goes. Now, let's see if we can do one together. Let's look at this short one here. A 1995 SSP recommendation sent Knoxville's elephant, Little Diamond, to the North Carolina Zoo on breeding loan.
Hey.
She's yet to become a mother. So when I say go, just really quickly, I want you to share with someone sitting next to you based on the outline. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put up on the screen. I'm going to make this smaller so we can see more of the outline at a time. And I want to see if you can tell me where you think this might go. I'll put up on the screen where it probably goes. Okay. When I say go, show someone sitting next to you where the following idea would go in our outline. One more time. A 1995 SSP recommendation sent Knoxville's elephant, Little Diamond, to the North Carolina Zoo on a breeding loan. She's yet to become a mother. Share with someone. Go.
4C.
Is it 4C again, guys?
Yep. Yes.
All right, elephants cannot breed in captivity. Right. All right.
No,
now,
that was quick. That was really quick.
All right, so you guys get it?
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and put 4C there. Now, if we didn't have this second sentence,
Smart group
let's say
kids
this
here.
wasn't there. Let me show you how things can change. What if that's not there? Can you see how I could easily put it? But just watch for a second.
And then when he watches it,
Do you see how I could put it in 2C though if I left that other idea out? Look at 2C for a second, guys. Orcas and elephants are endangered species. Research about zoo conservation efforts and breeding to reintro into the wild. I could also use it there, but the way it was structured, it makes sense in 4C. But do you guys get that?
Yeah.
So I'll go ahead and put it in 4C, but I just want you guys to see that a lot of times it can go more than one place. And if that happens, that's okay. You just decide as the writer of the paper where you want it to go. So now, Next phase. So that's phase 1. I can continue doing that. I can continue classifying things according to the outline. Phase 2 of what I want to show you today is once you've done that, you need to put it in the order of your paper, not the order in which you found it.
Shaking.
That's where it's currently right now. So I'm going to start grabbing things. I'm going to move them to the front. So 5D is obviously
This
not
hand was
getting my
shaking.
paper. I'm going to cut it,
That's why
and I'm going to put it at this stuff here. Look, guys.
People watching.
You see all this stuff here that's in a different font? You see all this right here? I haven't sorted through that yet. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to make a big gap and just push it down. I'm only going to be working with what I've currently classified. Does that make sense? Yeah. You guys with me? Okay, good. So Roman numeral 5 goes there. 4C, 4C, 2C. Let me go ahead and grab 2C, move it up a little bit. It looks like right now it goes at the top because I have another 2C. Alright, but I have two 2Cs. I'll come back to that. 2B. That goes before 2C. You guys watching? Yes. Alright, this is what you're going to do. Okay, 2B, 2C, 2C, 4A, 4D, 4B. So 4B is going to go before 4D. So let's grab that.
So I have a question.
Yeah, what do you got?
So wait, all those are like the topics of each. That's the stuff from the actual research.
Correct. And the reason why guys, why is it still in quotes? Can someone tell me? Why is this in quotes?
Because you have to give other people like their credit for writing.
Yes, that is correct. That's part of it, and that's why we have the citation at the end. Guys, I'm filming. Please be quiet. You have to give credit at the end, but also we haven't put this in our own words yet. This is still in the words of the original article. If we don't put the quotes, we're plagiarizing. All right. What we're going to do is later on we will paraphrase stuff. So 4B, 4B, 4D. 4C, we're almost done with this step. 4B. Alright, we'll go ahead and slide 4C in right here. We have 4D, 4C. Alright, if you notice right now, I'm just clustering them together. I haven't actually read where they go because the 4C I put before the other one, that might not be the order in which I want it. I have to go back, read it more closely, and decide how I want it. So I'm not going to do that for this whole paper right now. Let's work with this first quote. Alright? What I need to do here is two things, and that's all I'm going to show you, and then we're going to stop the video. And we'll talk about what the rest of the steps will look like later this week. First step I have to do, I have to determine whether or not this is something that I leave as a quote or I paraphrase it. Let's read. We have, yet marine mammals are a big draw, and marine parks are big business. In one of the largest private equity deals of 2009, Blackstone Group LP paid United States $2.7 billion to buy 10 entertainment parks, including 3 SeaWorlds. The Calgary Zoo hopes to acquire belugas, funding permitting. Those charismatic animals are driving visitation, President and CEO Clement Lanphier said. All right, and then that's McDonald, and I forgot to end quote here. Actually, let me show you something. If you quote within a quote, guys, which is what's going on here, you make these apostrophes. Did any of you know that?
Sure didn't.
All right, now you do. So if you ever wondered what happens if you have a quote within a quote, the quote within a quote becomes apostrophes. So we're faced with a dilemma here. I do have expert testimonial, and I could decide to keep it, or I could say, yeah, duh. Let's look at it. We have the president of this company saying, those charismatic animals are driving visitation. I might leave that because I might want to comment on why people are making those decisions. Does that make sense? Because if this is the big man that can call the shots and spend billions of dollars, and the lives of these animals hang in the balance based on money deals like that, I might want to leave that there in this case. It's not an interesting quote. It's only interesting because this president and CEO of that company said it. If I said it and I have no connection to the industry, it's not as interesting. Does that make sense, guys? All right, so real quick. The rest of this, though, will not be quoted anymore. I'm going to work with the text and paraphrase. Watch. Orcas, dolphins, and other...
So it said octopuses.
No, but they're not marine mammals.
Yeah.